Hello and welcome to Shiva Online. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick rundown of sub-ohm vaping and letting you know exactly what sub-ohm vaping is and some of the safety aspects and just generally whether sub-ohm vaping will be for you. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what is sub-ohm vaping. Basically, when we talk about sub-ohm vaping, we're talking about atomizers that are using coils that have a resistance of less than 1 ohms. For example, you have the Aspire Atlantis coils, and these particular ones are rated at 0.3 ohms. We also have like the sub-tank OCC coils. These particular ones are rated at 0.5 ohms. So what's the difference between sub-ohm coils and regular coils? Basically, the lower the resistance, the lower the ohms, the more wattage that's needed for it to reach its vaping potential. Now, this is going to play slightly into the safety aspect of sub-ohm vaping in that the lower the ohms coil you have, the higher the amperage or the amps that you need from your battery, and this is where it can get slightly awkward with the safety aspect. Is that you have to make sure that if you're going to be sub-ohm vaping, you have a good quality battery that can give you a good continuous amperage output, and that just stops the battery from overheating and possibly damaging your device, or in worst case scenario you do get batteries that set on fire. If you're not using a good enough battery for your sub-ohm coils, then it is a possibility that your battery could set on fire. So there are some fairly major safety aspects, but as long as you take the necessary precautions, then it's fairly safe. But yeah, I wouldn't advise, if you're just starting out with the e-cigs and you're trying to decide what to get into, I wouldn't necessarily advise going straight for a sub-ohm device. Generally, when you're sub-ohm vaping, you're going to be taking straight to lung hits. That means that rather than holding the vapor in your mouth and then down to your lungs, you're inhaling it straight directly down into your lungs. And this means that with sub-ohm coils you're going to get massive clouds of vapor, and I really do mean massive. It's come a long way since the good old days of the 2 ohm coils and whatnot. You also get awesome flavour from sub-ohm coils and sub-ohm vaping, mainly due to the amount of vapor that's being produced. You get more of it hitting your taste buds, so you do get really good flavour from. So it is a massive benefit. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about different types of devices that you can use for sub-ohm vaping. When you're using sub-ohm coils, you want to make sure that your device is capable of going down to the resistance that you want to be using, basically. So for example, you have the Subbox Mini starter kit. Now, this comes with the K-Box Mini variable wattage regulated mod. Now, for this device, it's rated to go down to an ohms of 0.3 ohms, and it does keep you fairly safe in that if you build a coil that's less than 0.3 ohms, then the device will not let you fire it. So if you're using a regulated mod, it does help keep you safe, basically. Whereas if you're using a mechanical mod that takes its power directly from the battery, you're going to have to make sure that you're really on top of your safety to make sure that your batteries don't warm up too much. I'll just give you a quick rundown of some of the sub-ohm devices that we currently stock at Shiva Online, so that you know how you can get started with sub-ohm vaping. I'll start with the Subbox Mini starter kit because it's a device that can be used. It can be used for both sub-ohm vaping and regular vaping, because they do sell 0.5 ohm coils along with 0.12 and 0.15 ohm coils. So this device is actually a really good device to use if you're just starting out vaping and you want to experience both sub-ohm and non-sub-ohm vaping to see which you prefer. So yeah, I'd really advise going for the Subbox Mini if you're just getting started with vaping. That being said, all of the regulated sub-ohm mods that we do sell are compatible with various atomizers. For example, the eLeaf iStick 30 watts. This device is capable of sub-ohm vaping. You just need to make sure that you're using a tank or dripping atomizer that's suitable for the device. We also stock the K-Box, the original K-Box 40 watt, along with a range of tanks that are capable of sub-ohm vaping, such as the Aspire Atlantis 2 that you can see here, along with the range of sub-tanks. We've got the, starting with the largest, this is a 7mm tank. We have the Sub-Tank Plus, which is an awesome tank. It of course fits the OCC coils. The next biggest tank in the sub-tank range is the Sub-Tank Mini, and this will hold, I believe, 4 mils of juice. And yeah, like I said before, you can use both the 0.5 ohm coils in that device, allowing you to sub-ohm vape, along with the 1.2 and 1.5 ohm coils. The Sub-Tank Plus and the Sub-Tank Mini both also come with an RBA deck, allowing you to build your own coils and insert them into the tank, which is awesome because it not only lets you build coils to your preference, you can build them to whatever ohms rating you want to use. You can also save a lot of money by building your own coils by just buying the camphor and cotton and building them yourselves. The next sub-tank that I want to show you guys is the Nano. The Nano doesn't come with an RBA deck, but it's more aimed at people that aren't fussed about building their own coils. They just want to shove a coil in there and vape. It's a lot easier to use than having to build your own coils. But it is nice that with the Sub-Tank Mini and Sub-Tank Plus that it gives you the option to do both. Alright guys, I think I'll leave it there. I've given you a fair bit of information to take in. I don't know how organised it was, but I hope it's helped you in some way. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.